They say like 50% of the population doesn't have internal monologue, which means they don't think in their head. They don't have that voice in their head. They don't have, that inside thought or can talk to themselves. And it's crazy. And it makes so much sense when they talk about like sheep and people that can't think in the population. And so if half the population can't think in their head, they can be easily like it's crazy because it's like how do you have a moral compass if you can't think in your head?
What? People are completely misunderstanding what it means to not have an internal monologue. Just because someone doesn't have an internal monologue doesn't mean that they are incapable of thinking. It just means that they think in a different way. That voice in your head is just your imagination. And for some reason, some people can't do that, but that does not mean that they are incapable of thinking. As a matter of fact, even people with internal monologues can think without their internal monologue. Think about it. If an internal monologue was necessary for people to have thoughts, then how did you even learn a language in the first place? You also implied that these people are sheep and questioned if they had a moral compass. What the hell does imagining a voice in your head have to do with a moral compass? We know that there are deaf people out there that have never heard a voice or language in their life, so we know for a fact that they do not have a voice in their head. Do you also question their morality? Like, what are you talking about? Listen, with all your talk correlating people that don't have an internal monologue with sheeps, not being able to think and learn, not having a moral compass, you even question if these people had a conscience. Your video is bordering being dehumanizing, and the only reason I say that it's bordering and not that it straight up is because I do believe that you're just confused and curious. Ironically, I do think that it's just hard for people that do have internal monologues to imagine thinking in any other way. But once again, just to set the record straight, people that don't have internal monologues still have the ability to think. I mean, literally in the video that you showed, the lady that doesn't have an internal monologue had no problem answering the interviewer's questions. I do believe that requires some kind of thought. It's not like the interviewer asked her, so how do you read? And she was like, I want to go to McDonald's. No, right? She was on topic and the conversation was flowing. Also, I don't know why you would believe that these people would struggle with having a moral compass, but who knows? Maybe you're right and this lady punted a baby before she got to the interview.